Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Hope you guys are doing good. Before I even continue, please make sure that you click on the subscribe button, you like the video, and thanks for supporting this channel, right? So in this video, we're going to be talking about prop firms, how to find the best prop firms, and how do prop firm works, and how you can benefit from prop firms, and also what is better between trading your own account or the prop firm, right? So that you can have an idea on which one to choose, right? So let me waste no time and let's get to the video. So let me just move myself to the corner right here and then let's continue. So what we're going to be focusing on is what is a prop firm, the benefits of trading a prop firm, how do prop firm work and how to get funded, personal account or prop firm, how to find the best prop firm, right? So those are going to be the things that we're going to be covering today. So let's get into it. And so what is a prop firm, right? A prop firm is a company that provides traders with capital they can trade with in return for a percentage of the profits generated, right? So this means that let's say if you funded with 100K account, so whatever profit you made, the prop firm will take their share and then they will give you your share, right? So prop firm companies offer traders with capital they can use for trading stocks, forex, crypto, commodities, futures, and more, even indices, right? So you have complete control of what trades you're going to be taking as a trader. So they won't be telling you on what to trade, what setup to trade, and what not set up to trade. Even though prop firms do have their own rules, some don't allow EAs, some do allow EAs. So please make sure that you do go check on what prop firm allows the type of strategy, this type of strategy that you're trading with, because some do not allow hedging, some do allow hedging. So just make sure that you go do some research just to find out which one is the best, right? So let's move on to the next one. So the benefits of trading with a prop firm is that you get access to capital, right? You get access to capital, and it also helps you maximize your profits, right? Because remember, for example, let's say you're going to be buying a 50K account, sorry, a 500K account, right? So no, wait, 5,000K, yeah, $5,000 account, yeah. So it costs normally around $50, right? Depending on the prop firm you choose. So sorry, so let's say now you're gonna decide, are you gonna fund the $50 or are you gonna buy the challenge, right? So if you buy the challenge, obviously your profits that you're gonna be making there, that will be even more than the amount of money that you invested in that account, right? So for example, with a $50 account, in order for you to make $100, you have to, you're like over leverage or hold your trade for longer, like swing trade and stuff like that, or take more trades in order for you to make that $100 from the $50 account, right? But then on a $5,000 account, you already have like bigger account and a leverage that allows you to just take one trade that can make $100 for you. To get the picture of where I'm going. So it also helps you to maximize your profits. So if you would like to, if you were looking into profit, those are the things that you also need to remember, that it doesn't just allow you to access capital, but then also give you an opportunity to maximize your profits. And then also they cover the losses. Yes, you use the $50 to buy the challenge, but then all the losses that you're gonna be taking, for example, let's say with the $5,000 account, if you lose $200, right? That's on them, not on you. You only invested $50 of that, and then which you can get back also as a refund once you get funded. So it's a win-win situation for both of you as a trader and the profit company. So you just need to make sure that you are able to pass the challenge, get funded, and then be able to get your $50 back, right? So now let's move on to the next one. So I'm trying by all means to keep this as short as possible so that you guys can understand it, right? So how do prop firm work and how to get funded, right? So prop firm provide challenges, right? I'm gonna speak about the three common challenges that they provide, right? Or the type of let me say, because the first two, which is going to be evaluation and one phase, those are the challenges. And then the second one is an instant funding, right? Which means you get access to the capital instantly, right? Without going through any challenges. So I'm going to speak about these three, which is are common on a lot of prop firms. So evaluation is consists of two phases, right? Which means phase one, phase two, right? So the first phase in most of the prop firms, it will want you to reach a target of 8% or 10%, depending on the prop firm that you choose, right? And then on phase two, it will require you to reach a target of 5% on most of them. So in order for you to reach those targets, there's also a daily drawdown which you must not violate. So for example, in most of the from the daily drawdown for the evaluation is going to be 5% per day, you know, and then the maximum drawdown, which is going to be 12% or 10% or 8%, depending on the program that you choose. So let's work with the one that has, let's say 10%, right? So let me just do some calculation for you guys on the side. So let's say you're going to be trading with a $10, 10K account, right? $10,000 account. So your daily drawdown is gonna be $500, right? And then your maximum drawdown is gonna be, let's say 10%, right? Which is gonna be $1,000, right? So what they mean about this, they mean that in a day, your trades must not exceed the maximum of $500. So if you're running in a loss, your losses must not exceed $500 or else you're going to violate the account and lose the account. So you need to be able to apply proper risk management in order for you not to um, violate this rule, right? So the maximum drawdown, right? This means that when all your losses accumulated, they must not exceed $1,000, right? Which is going to be the 10% of the account. So today you can lose $200, which is going to be 2%. The next day you lose $200, which is going to be another 2%, which is going to make it 4. And then the next day you're going to lose, let's say $200, it makes it like 6%. And then the other day you lose 200, which is makes it 8%. And then let's say on the last day, which is going to be a Friday, for example, you lose another 2%, $200, and now all of that together makes how much? It makes 10%, right? And then that means now you violate your account. So that's why you need to have proper risk management in order to make it in these programs, right? If you can't trade, I will advise you not to take to do the challenges, because you're gonna constantly keep on losing the accounts, keep on losing the accounts. But also, if you are someone that's able to learn from your mistake, programs are also like the best mentor to learn from, right? But then you need to have a proven strategy so that you can be able to learn your mistakes. Because if you don't know how to trade, I would even recommend going to pro firms. But then if you're someone that's already been trading, that's consistent, making profits on your personal account, then you can move into pro firms as a level up in your trading career, right? So these are the daily drawdown rules that you will get on the evaluation challenges, right? So these rules apply in phase one and also in phase two and also on a funded account, right? So that means on phase one, you need not to violate this rule, reach a target of 8% or 10%, right? Depending on the profile. And then on phase two, you need to reach a target of 5%, right? In order for you to get funded. Once you reach these targets, then you get a live account, right? You get a 10K live account. In that account, you don't have any target. You don't have minimum trading days, right? Because some of the program do offer minimum trading days. Let's say in phase one, they might offer like 5 days minimum trading days. Let's say if you reach your target within a day, they might say, can you continue trading for the next 5 days before you can move on to phase two, right? And then same thing with phase two, they might offer you like 5 days, minimum 5 days, and then if you reach a target in one day, at least open trades for the following 5 days in order they can move you to a funded account, right? So all of this differs from profirm to profirm to profirm. So make sure that you go and check which profirm is right for you, and then depending on what the rules and what they offer before you can choose a profirm, right? So now let me just clear all the drawings. So let's go back to this evaluation. So now phase one, right? You need to reach 8% or 10%, right? Phase two, you need to reach 5%, right? And then you're gonna get a live account. So once you reach these targets and not to violate, remember the daily drawdown, which is gonna be 5%, and the maximum drawdown can be 10 to 12%, depending on the type of program that you choose. So if you don't violate these rules and you reach these targets within the time allocated, because most of the program they will give you like 30 days to trade phase one, and then phase two they will normally give you like 60 days in order for you to make the profits, right? To reach your target. So once you reach your target on phase one, phase two, and not violate these rules, then you get a live account. And that's where now you start making profits and then start withdrawing, right? So that's how the evaluation phase work. And then now let me explain quickly the one phase evaluation. So the one phase evaluation, which is going to be the second one, this in most of the program, you need to reach a target of 10%. And then once you reach the target of 10%, and then you get the live account. So you don't have to do the challenge again on phase two. So you only do phase one once you reach the 10% target, and then you get the live account, right? So in these challenges, they also have the same rules in most of the program, but in some of the program, they kind of like make the daily drawdown 3%, and then they make the maximum 6%, right? So you will find a program that gives you 3% daily drawdown on the one phase, and then the other ones might give you 5%, right, on a daily drawdown, and give you maybe a maximum of 10 to 12, depending on the program you choose. And then some can give you 6% daily drawdown, and then also give you a 12% maximum drawdown, right? So all of these drawdown differ based on the prop firm that you choose, right? So here on the one phase prop firm, you just need to reach a target of 10%, and then as long as you don't violate these rules, and then you will be able to get your live account, and then you can start making profits. Once you get funded on the live account, you don't have any target to reach, as long as you still respect the rules and not violate these throwdown rules, right? So that's why I will always say, please make sure that you are consistent and you are making profits on a live account, you're withdrawing, you have a proven strategy that's working in order for you to move on to the prof M's. So that's going to be the one phase evaluation. Now let's move on to the second one. So sorry, just to add on this one. So also here you might get 30 days, some might give you 60 days. So this also will depend on the type of program that you choose, right? So yeah, now let's move on to the next one, which is going to be the instant. Let me just click the drawings here. So the instant funding, how does it work? So some of the program offer this one, right? So in this instant program, what you do is the price I bid higher, right? So phase one, price are cheaper, and then phase price let's say medium, like in the middle, right? And then when it comes to instant, since now you are just getting an instant live account, then these prices are a bit higher. So you will find that in most of the program, the price that you buy with the challenge is the same drawdown that you can exceed. So you will see, let's say now you buy a 10K account, right? So you buy a 10K account. So a 10K account might cost about, let's a $500, right? And then you will notice that your daily drawdown is $500, right? So the same amount that you used to buy the challenge is going to be the same amount that um, you can exceed when it comes to the drawdown, right? So please make sure that you do check the terms and condition when buying an instant challenge. Sorry, when you're buying an instant challenge, and also check with the program, because there are programs that just offer instant challenges only. You just buy the challenge and you start trading, right? And it will differ. Sorry, it will differ based on your needs as a trader and your plan, right? Because certain prop firm can accommodate certain strategies, and certain prop firm can accommodate certain strategies. So this will also you as a trader to be able to understand what type of a trader are you, so that you can be able to know which prop firm is good for you. So now let's move on to the next one. So I already mentioned that you need to pay to get these challenges. So some prop firm will give you an opportunity to pay once off, which you can get as a refund once you pass the challenge, and some they will offer a monthly subscriptions. So sorry. So the challenges that offer a monthly subscription, sorry, the program that offers a monthly subscription, most of them they are instant funding, right? Most of them are instant funding. So you will need to pay, let's say for example, you get a 50K account, and then it costs, let's say, $500, right? So you might have to pay $500 every month, right, to keep your account, right? And then in most of these instant funding program, you withdraw every week, right? So those are the instant um, programs, and that's how they work, right? You just buy the account, start trading, and then you keep on paying the monthly subscription, or you either get a once-off program, which you can just pay once, get funded, and then you just continue trading as long as you don't violate the rules, right? Remember, guys, program they will always have rules that you must not violate. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. I won't be editing this video, so please make sure to click and subscribe. You like, comment below what you guys think, right? And what other programs you would like us to look at. So now let's move on to the third one, right? So what type of account sizes do they have, right? So it varies, right? So you will get an account from the minimum of 5K to 400K, which you can buy, right? These are the account that you can buy, and then you'll have to pass the challenges and reach all the target and obey by the rules, so that you can get funded. So if you would like to buy 100K account, you can get that. If you like to buy a 5K account to test the program, you can do that, which is what we always recommend. Rather buy the cheapest account to test the program, just to see how the model works, how the support is, everything, how it works. And then sorry guys if it's darker, the lighting is bad. Okay, so now let's look at okay, I already mentioned that the account varies from 5K to 400K. So the payout, right? So the payout is very important, because as traders we want our money, right? We want our money, guys. So how does this work? So some traders some traders, some pro firms, right? Okay, on most of the pro firms, especially the ones that offers evaluation and one phase, you will find that those firms, after you get funded, you can get your payout after a month of being funded, right? And then the first month, they're gonna give you back your refund, which is the money that you used to purchase the account, right? The excess fee, which is you use to purchase the account. They will give it back to you once you get funded on a live account on the first payout. And some of the programs, they will also give you a percentage of the profit that you made on phase two. Phase two is the one where you need to reach a target of 5%. So let's say if I'm trading a 10K account, and then I need to make 5%, which is $500, they will give me, let's say, 15% of that, plus my excess fee, and then plus the profit that I made. Let's say I made 1,000 profit, and then that's the share I'm gonna be getting. So they will give me 15% of this, plus my excess fee, and then plus this plus my profit on the first month. And then from the first month, then they start paying out bi-weekly. So some pro firms will pay you on the first payout is going to come out after a month, and then the second payout can become bi-weekly. Every second week you get your payouts, right? And then you will also find pro firm which will also be paying you every week, right? So every pro firm will have their own rules, and then so that's why you need to make sure that you find the right pro firm that meets your plan as a trader, and then um you choose that one. So now let's move on to the profit split. So profit split. So most of the instant funding, right? They will mostly offer from 50-50 to 70-30, right? If you're getting an instant funding, there's a high chance that you might not get 90-10, right? Because it's instant, and then you might have to pay like a huge amount. So those accounts are mostly have risk, right? So instead of you getting a 90-10 and just like getting the access to the account just like that, you might there are two things you need to do. There are two things that you need to do. First, you need to pay um the the excess price is going to be high. Secondly, the profit split might be lower, and then the daily drawdown might also be the risk might be tight. So, so I wouldn't advise instant funding for people that would like to get payout that are up to 90 or 90-10 or 80-10, 80-20. I would rather advise you to go for a evaluation or one phase, you know. So those are so 50-50, you normally get those with the instant funding. So how does the 90-10 works? So in most of the program, right, that offers these two challenges, you will find that the first month they will give you 70% and then you get 30, right? Some will give you 75 on the first month and then they take 25. Some will give you 80 and then they will take 20. And then some will give you 85 on the first month and then they will take 15, right? So that's how the profit split will work. So they give you a large amount and then they keep the smaller one depending on the challenge that you do. So how do you get to 90-10? You get to 9 to 10 by consistently withdrawing. So the first month, they might give you 80, right? Let's use the average that every program use, 80-20 the first month. And then the second withdrawal, they might say, okay, cool. No, sir, the second month, they'll say, okay, let's go 85. You get 85, just seeing that you are consistent. And then they will take 15. And then if you're still doing good, and then they'll say, okay, cool, you are consistent. Now let's give you 90, we take 10. And then that's gonna be for the rest of the duration that you're trading with the program, right? So that's how the profit split will work. And now let's move on to the scale up plan. So a lot of pro firms also offers a scale up plan up to 2 million, right? So this will differ this will differ based on the pro firm. Some will offer up to 1.5 million dollars, some would offer up to $1 million. So if you are a consistent trader, right? If you are a consistent trader, and then let's say you are funded 400K, right? 400K, and then you consistently withdrawing. They will have a plan. Some will say, okay, if you always reaching 20% every month, then every month we will top up your account. Let's say maybe with 50%, right? So they will top up with 200K, for example, right? And then the next month, again, you surpass 20%, they will add on top of the 600, they will add another 50% of your current account size, and so on up to 2 million. So that's when you need to make sure that, okay, cool, um you consistently reaching those targets, but then it's not a compulsory, right? It's just where if you are good and then you reach those targets, then you're in a good place. But then if you don't reach those targets, then it's not a problem. As long as you are getting your withdrawals, then it's fine, right? So that's how pro firm works, and then that's how you can get funded, right? So now on, let's move on to the next slide. So sorry. So now research how to find the best program. You need to make sure that you do your research, right? Yes, there might be program that we recommend on YouTube, but we recommend those programs based on our experience and based on our you know findings and the reviews that people are sharing with us, right? Because remember, first of all, you're putting your money in, right? And then after that, you pass the challenge, and imagine not getting you're not getting your payout. That can be frustrating as a trader, right? So we don't want any trader to go through that. So I will always recommend that please do your research on a program. Don't just take our word for it and say, okay, cool, they said this program, that program, that program. Please go and do your research, ask questions, reach out to support and all of that. So how can you determine a good program, right? One, reputation says it all, right? What are people saying? How many traders can are talking good about it? How many traders are talking bad about it? And then from there you can weigh, okay, cool. I'm getting 50% of bad reviews, 50% of good reviews, and then you go and look at those reviews. Especially if you're more interested on that program, you go and look at those reviews and see what the people are saying, right? What is the program saying about these reviews? Those are the other things that you can also like need to put in mind, right? So make sure that you go and look at the reviews from other traders. Go to their Discord channel. Go check their YouTube, their Instagram page, their Facebook page, whatever social media they use. Go and check it out. Go look at the comments of what people are saying, right? And then be able you can be familiar with how this program works and what are the complaints and stuff like that, right? The second thing, which is very important, is going to be payouts. Are they paying out traders, right? So if you do check out most of the program, they have a Discord channel, and some of the program they also post on the social media platforms, right? And also do interviews with traders that have already made like huge payouts, right? So go on YouTube, check on their YouTube channel, check their Discord. Are people getting paid? Is there any complaints about payouts? If there's complaints about payout, that's a red flag already. So now you have the reviews, and also now you have the payout issues, right? So if those two things are working together, then you already know this program is not for me. But then if you see that, okay, cool, payouts are being payout are being received by traders, and then there's these reviews, so you can at least go and find out what's going on. And then pricing, right? Is the pricing too low, pricing too high? Everyone wants cheaper price, right? But also remember, the cheaper the price sometimes can be alarming, right? So just check the average pricing of the industry, which is going to be the profit industry. What are people charging based on and then based on the average, and then go check your own profile that you are looking at to see if they are also charging the same price, right? Or are they like slightly high or slightly below that? And if the prices is too low, are people getting payouts, right? So do all your research, combine all those findings, so that you can be able to come to a better decisions, right? So let's move on. So support, right? This is very important, because if you're not getting your payout and then other people are getting their payout, are you able to reach support, right? Is there a support team that you can reach out to? How fast is the support? How slow is the support, right? Is there even a support? So those are the things that you need to find out. And are questions answered? How long does it get? How long does it take for your question to be answered? How long does it take for your documents to be verified? How long? All of those things, you need to make sure that you find the answers, right? Make sure that the support is there, because if you are working with a problem that has no support, you're gonna be stressed out if you're having problems. So make sure that you can reach out to support. Um, there is teams that you can go within in chat on a Discord. Most of the they will provide support via their Discord, via their website, via their WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever platform they're using to provide the support. Please go out there, test them out. Even without even putting your money in front, just type a message and ask them, okay, guys, I would like to, how long does the payout work, stuff like that. You will get the response based on the response you get. Don't, and also people don't ask obvious questions, right? Don't ask obvious questions. So let's make sure that we get write down the proper questions that you want to ask, and then reach out to support. And then if they do answer your questions, at least you're heading somewhere. And then let's move on to the next one. Founders. Who are the founders of this program? Who runs the program? Who's the CEO? Who's the co-founder? All of those people you need to understand and know, right? Program without a founder is a red flag on its own, right? For example, you guys know that YVNT Academy is run by me and Jay. So imagine that if you wanted to learn from us, but they don't even know who are the founders of it, right? So, for example, we are the founders of YVNT Academy, and you guys can reach us to us. Everything that you guys need, you can just easily contact us. Same as applies to other business. If you want to work with them, be able to know who's the founder, be able to know what the CEO, who's running the company, so that you know if they do change the CEO, at least you're out, okay, cool. The person that was running this company now has moved. If that person was running it and then there were issues, maybe this person that's running it now might bring a better solution if you love the product of the company that they're providing, right? So everything that you apply to other things needs to apply to everything. Make sure that you know the founders who are. If they are on social media, follow them, right? Go and follow them, go give them a follow, and so that you can be up to date with how they are running their business, right? So the last thing is rules, right? Are the rules the type of rules that you would like to trade with, right? Is the 3% daily drawdown worth it for you, you know? Or are you a high risk trade? If you're a high risk, you would rather prefer a 6% daily drawdown. So you can start with, okay, cool. This is 3%. I would rather take the one that gives me 6% daily return because you understand what type of a trader you are, and then you also understand the type of instrument and the type of risk that you expose your account to when it comes to taking trades. So please make sure that um, you read the rules and you understand the rules before choosing a program. I'm sure these tips that I've given you guys here will be able to help you in pinpointing which program is good for you and which one is not good for you, right? So please make sure that you click on the subscribe button and then make sure that you do your research. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so now you are a person that's already been trading, let's say your personal account, right? But then now you just find out about this program and then you would like to venture into program. So which one is better, your personal account or your program account? Okay, so the things that I'm going to be sharing here are based on our experience, right? So personal account, I'm going to start with the personal account. When you trade the personal account, you have freedom to trade it. You have freedom to withdraw anytime, right? You can hold a trade for 11 days. That's up to you, right? And then because some of the programs don't allow you to hold trades over the weekend, some do allow you, some don't allow you to hold trades overnight, some do allow you. So you also need to go and look at all of those things, right? So your personal account, you can withdraw anytime, right? Obviously losses are on you. If you lose the account, you lost your money, it's fine, right? And then if you are a trader that does not have large accounts like me, right? And then obviously the amount of money that you deposit, there's the same amount that you're gonna be trading, you understand? And then if you want like to like throw a standard lot on gold, you can't, in $100, $200, $500 account, right? Because now you're exposing your account to a huge risk. So with the pro firm, at least it gives you that room. In your account, there is no rules. When I say there's no rules, like your daily drawdown targets and stuff like that. So you put your own rules, you put your own targets, right? So that's also another nice thing about prop firms. And No sharing profits. Every profit you make comes to you. If you make 100K, that's your money. If you make 10K, that's your money. Don't share that money with anyone, right? So when it comes to profit, it allows you to trade larger capital, which is good. That's what we need as traders. The losses are on them, so they cover the losses. You just pay the excess fee. Once you get funded, you get your money back, and then you just trade with free money, right? That's what I like about pro firms. And then also you wait for your payout date, right? So when it comes to pro firm, you need to wait for a payout date, right? You can't just withdraw on a Wednesday, on a Tuesday, or same day. Let's say you make a profit of 100K today. You can't just withdraw it today when it comes to pro firm, right? Because let's say you just get funded. You have 30 days to um to wait for that withdrawal, right? So there's a downfall. That's the downfall when it comes to profit. But when you get that 100K, and then you can start taking 50K, you invest in a personal account, and now you can take your money, right? And then now you can start, and now you can start what you call this? You can start withdrawing anytime on a personal account, right? So Profam will allow you to make money so that you can fund your account, right? So because making 100K, you fund 50K on your account. Now you have a larger account, which you can do all of these things if you want to on your personal account, and then continue trading the Profam. So a Profam is a good investment to fund your account and other things that you want to fund, right? So another thing when you're trading the Profam is that you need to obey by the rules, right? So you need to follow the rules. Remember the daily drawdown, remember the maximum drawdown, and remember the profit target that you need to reach before you get the real account. But once you reach that, the only thing that you need to focus on now is not breaching the daily drawdown, right, which is good. And also the profit split. So obviously you are trading their money, which is larger than your account. So whatever profits you make, you will have to split it with them based on the percentage that I've showed on the previous slide, right? So yeah, I think that's the end of this. Yeah. So would I recommend pro firms? I would recommend pro firms, but to someone who's consistent. Make sure that you are consistent, you're making profits. Then I can recommend pro firms to maximize your profits and also grow as a trader, because they will also, it's a new environment, a new it's not easy to follow someone's rules when it comes to trading. So it will also build you and make you a better trader. And also on top of that, you want to be making a lot of money so that you can go and fund your account, right? There's nothing fun about trading someone else's money that won't be behind your back chasing you and asking you, when are you making the profits? You can trade a pro firm, and then it's up to you to say I'm trading today or not. And then, they won't be chasing you behind you, say make such amount every month. No, it's up to you. Once you get funded, it's up to you what you need to do with the account, as long as you don't just break the rules, right? Which would also allow you guys to fund your account. So personal account, first trade a personal account, get used to making money on a personal account, take the money, the profits you made from a personal account, go buy a challenge, trade a profit, get funded. Once you get funded, withdraw the money, get the refund, take that money, a portion of it, go add on a personal account so that the account can be bigger. And now you have two accounts to trade with, right? And also some of the programs do allow copy trading, so which is something that you need to look at. So you can just manage your account, one account, and then it will keep on copying the trades on the other account. So there's more into this, guys. So guys, I would like you guys to go and do your research so that you can understand more about this program. So this is just a foundation of how program works and how you can maximize your profits using these programs, right? I will be sharing more videos on different types of programs. So make sure that you click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.